I believe this is the Kentucky rest stop. Right there. That's it.
That they don't use soap or anything and just water. Well, after nearly 9,000 miles, I think, I'm going to have to check the odometer. I've crossed the state line. Great state of Florida. Land of the free and home of the Jimmy Buffetts. A lot of miles on the United States expressways, that's for sure. Started out in Bozeman, Montana 5 days ago on Monday, then making my way across the United States. You know, this trip has started out as something that's been really kind of a journey that I've wanted to take, where I've told myself specifically, get away from life for 7 to 8 weeks. I've had a hard time breaking away over the last 30 years, and I had to force myself to get outside the parameters of the flower business proper. Grown up, and that's all I've done is work since I was a kid, and it was really tough for me to be out for nearly 8 weeks. But I've been able to do it, and it's actually been pretty cool. Started out at driving across the south, and first stop was White Sands National Park, a park that's not actually sand. It's actually gypsum, stuff they make drywall out of, and moved from there up to the Bisti Badlands, go by memory, and spent some time in the Bisti Badlands wilderness. That was really cool, and visited Shiprock on my way through to go to Arizona. I stopped at Petrified National Forest. That was a weird place, seeing all the trees that are in essence like rock. That was really interesting, more so than I thought it would be. Went from there to across the top of Arizona, spent about 5 days with my cousin in Flagstaff. That was really a surprise at how great that was, and worked my way up through to the Kanab area, up to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and while I was in Kanab, I actually snagged a permit for the wave, which the odds of such are so great that you almost are better off winning the lottery. You'd almost be better off trying to win the lottery. So I won a permit to go to the wave, and I hiked to the Buckskin Gulch through the Wire Pass trailhead. Man, that was really, I'm going back there. That was unbelievably great. On my way back through, I ended up in Zion National Park. Hated that. It's too busy. I can't believe how busy that place is. That's the last time I'll go there. But I was able to get a permit to hike to the subway, which is something I've wanted to do for really an awfully long time. Ended up getting injured pretty badly in the subway, and about 2 miles in, but I maintained myself and continued on for 10 miles to see the subway down there. And boy, that last 800 feet ascent out of that canyon, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. I was both incredibly dehydrated, and my hip from falling was it was pretty terrible. From there, I went up to Salt Lake City, spent a night in Salt Lake City, and picked up a great friend, Dr. John Chapman, a friend from small childhood, and we've still maintained contact to this day. An incredibly close friend whom I love dearly, and we spent about a week in the Grand Teton National Park, and I think this is a changing point and a turning point for John, as we did some hiking and saw some really cool things. I'm excited to report that right as I cut this video, he's out at Yosemite National Park with 2 of his boys. Good job, John. I dropped John off and I drove all the way up to Bozeman from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, through the national forests and around the area of Bozeman. And in doing that, I picked up my son Levi, who carved out 9 days or 8 days out of his busy Air Force schedule to come and spend time with Dad. We went down through Yellowstone. We went all the way down through Yellowstone and into the Grand Teton National Park. We did a whole bunch of cool things. Probably the highlight of that trip might have been Cascade Canyon, which was a surprise to both of us as far as the beauty goes. And ultimately I ended up taking his sister there. But then I think that the thing was Mount Glory. That was a terrible hike. 1,650 feet ascent in 1 mile. 1,650 feet in 1 mile. But we climbed all the way up there, took the drone, did some photography. The views up there were just gorgeous. We hiked Bunsen Peak in Yellowstone. That was really cool. We really enjoyed that. But just really some quality time, seeing a bear, seeing a moose, lots of deer, lots of pronghorn, and just having a lot of laughs and good times with my son. Dropped him off in Jackson that same day, picked up my daughter, and then we spent some time in the Grand Teton National Park. Again, took her to Cascade Canyon. Really a surprise for her. I think that was one of her favorite things. Lee Lake was also extra special for us. I have to take my wife back there. It's just really was neat. And after we went to Lee Lake, we worked our way up through into Yellowstone, spent some time in Yellowstone. Yellowstone with her, thought I'd get some things at like the West Thumb Geyser Basin, Lower Geyser Basin. None of that really worked out, just too many people. The weather went to crap while we were in Yellowstone. It was raining a lot, pretty cloudy, but we still were able to enjoy ourselves on the hike to Ferry Falls, one that Levi and I did as well. Really loved the Ferry Falls trailhead. I've been out there 3 times now, and it never gets old. But we drove up through the Beartooth Pass, which is on the northeast corner of Yellowstone, going out past Cook City through the Custer National Forest up there. And man, I was so surprised at the extreme levels of beauty and epic scenery up through through Beartooth Pass. I have to take my wife back there, and we'll do that in the fall. We drove through Red Lodge. It was a real cute little town. Really enjoyed that. Drove her all the way out to Bozeman, stayed in a hotel, got showered up. She flew out, and from Bozeman, I began my trek across Montana, through South Dakota, down through Missouri, Illinois, Nebraska, Kansas, Kentucky, Georgia, and ultimately back here to the great state of Florida. I'm looking forward to sharing all of the content and all of the video with you that's up to come. I hope that you'll stay tuned and that you'll subscribe, like, and share the videos so this channel can build traction. You know, when you hit that like button, and particularly when you comment on videos, that really helps YouTube to say, hey, we want to share this with other people because people are interacting with this video. So any little bit that you can do to help me is a great thing. I'm telling you, I am excited as all get out now to be back in Florida here in the swamps. Not a lot of mountain scenery in Florida. 0, to be exact. I think that we have 300-foot elevation in Claremont, and those are our mountains. But I am really looking forward to getting home and dissecting that content. I have hundreds of gigabytes of video, thousands of photos to go through. Not thousands. You get to where I'm at, you know what you're shooting. I got hundreds of photos to go through. Used to be thousands. Now, I know what I want, and it takes me 1 or 2 to get the shot that I want. But I'm really excited to share everything with you. Milky Way, mountains, desert, the wave. The wave is going to be great. That video is going to be great. I just have a lot. I have a lot, and I'm excited to share it with you. So I hope that you will come along over the next couple of months as I start the journey with you in video shortly of specifically kind of getting granular on each of the places that I went. I appreciate you as a subscriber. I consider those of you that have subscribed friends. I really appreciate you making my videos a part of your life and taking the time to watch. So, for now, coming to you from the great state of Florida on my way down I-75 through to the Turnpike, going back home. As always, this is Rob. I'm out.